Uh, what the hell happened? Kids. Okay. What happened? Saw Kent come on and then lost him. The heck happened? Saw him come up on and lost him. Uh, okay, people. Let's see what's going on here. All these. Welcome, welcome. Sunset Sunny again. I don't know what happened to my business partner. He was just one of the things they talk about. We're going to talk about learning learning to use assets to pay for your liabilities instead of your liabilities trying to pay for your liabilities. A lot of y'all don't understand that most of y'all got liabilities paying for liabilities, and that will get you in trouble because you don't control your liabilities. Somebody else does. That's going to be the discussion in today's show. Stay tuned. Hope Kent comes back. What's going on? Damn. Oh, come on, come on. What is going on with this? What's going on with him? What's going on with me? Trying to get my intro to come work. Okay, here we go. Come on. I'm really tired of it.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was.
Whoa, I
Yeah,
saw you on there and then
yeah. I had to do a last.
what?
I had to do a last minute thing real quick. So, so that's why I dropped off and then
No.
jumped back on.
Yeah, I was wondering. I just said, well, I don't know if you got kicked off or whatever, what was going on. But okay, you back. So how was your week?
It was the usual week. Got through got through it.
Okay.
Got some things
Yeah.
done, and I was doing
Yeah.
more.
This.
I think I real busy yesterday because I forgot I had to replace my sticker and spent 2 hours at the license agency, even though I, I had registered in advance, but it was just that busy.
you had registered in advance. What, they never sent it to you? What do you mean?
No, I had did it online. I had did it online. The first time I went to get my driver's license. Yesterday I went to get my sticker because I forgot to get my sticker while I was, you know, while I was at the driver's license agency the last time. So I said, "Oh shoot, let me get my sticker." So
I guess I'm trying to figure out. You register for your sticker online? Because when you
I
register
registered
online,
at.
they usually send it to you.
Well, I'll know that in the future because I thought
Okay,
you had to register. I thought you had to just to register
you
to
don't
get in
know when you
to get in line.
no, you can have your sticker sent to you. You can pay for it all, have it sent to you on the waiting line. That's why you go online to
Oh,
do it.
all right,
I ain't been in
all
there to
right,
get mine for years.
all right.
You if you if you went to the DMV online thing, it should have showed you that you could have had them send it to you. So you get that thing in the mail or whatever, you could go in there and have it sent to you. As long as they got you pay for it and it's registered in their system as you got it, just because you may not have it, you are good to go.
Yeah,
It's just having it in the system, because if you get pulled over and they run your tags, they'll say it's up to date. You just ain't got the tags yet. So I mean, that's why I say when you said you went online, they should have
hmm
sent it to you. So you didn't pay for nothing online on like a credit card, nothing,
no, no, I
or
didn't.
debit card. Oh
No. Mm-mm.
no, I don't know how you did. I don't know what you did, because I've never just registered just to pick it up. I don't go. I go online so they send it to me. Well, whatever.
Okay,
I gotta.
okay.
Yeah. They're talking about
Well,
being able to get your regular driver's license that way also. So
and yeah, and I'll be glad when they get that done. But uh,
but I'm
suffice
trying
to
to figure
say,
out how
I
they're going to
got it
do that unless you got a webcam.
right
Yeah.
already on.
Well, yeah, everybody's talking about all this economy stuff. Everybody's making a big deal about Joe Biden's speech, saying it was divisive. It needed to be divisive. It needed to be divisive.
Oh man,
It,
hey,
all
I
nice
said,
and
yeah, I said this too, Greg. I said, hey, because he is, not only is he the elected president, but he is, but until the elections come around again, he is the head of the Democratic Party. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they 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 got a spine this week. I'm glad he made the speech myself.
they needed to get a
And
spine.
this
They
is
needed to come over a spine.
yeah, it should
They
have been
needed
made,
to
in my opinion,
keep over a
it
spine.
should have been made 6 months ago.
It should have been made day one when he took office. 6 months ago, my ass. They should have been spine. Should have told the vice of GOP where to go and how to get there. But
Well, yeah,
with
yeah,
that being
and
said,
this
we here. One of the biggest problems in our country with the working class and the broke is they're uneducated financially. And this is what
hmm
we keep iterating with a lot of times in these sessions, is that until you start understanding how money works, you're gonna always thinking that you you got to work for you got to go to somewhere to work. Well, I'm gonna put a big one on you. Your job is not an asset. Your job is a liability. I've been telling you guys that for the longest, that your job is a liability for the simple fact you a liability to a bank. If you're on their books for anything that they pay you on, you're a liability. That's why they make sure if when like going into third quarter, midsummer terms, whether they keep you around for the next fiscal year or not, because if they're not, if the department or whatever finds they can cut fat, they're gonna cut you. That's why you got to look at your job. People quit. I'm telling you two can't. Everybody got to get out of the mindset of comfort zone of the job. To me, y'all, we talk all shit about comfort zone, but to me, everybody's too comfortable having a job, whether they like it or not. You almost got to be a little bit to a point where you ready to be, you put in motion to leave. For the simple fact the job is not an asset to you. Too many of your guys use the job as a means to finance other things. The biggest problem with that is that you're using a liability to finance other liabilities, like a mortgage, a car note, and other shit that you probably don't need, and you're doing it because you got a job, quote unquote job. Job is a liability. It's a liability because it takes money to go to a job if you're commuting. A lot of y'all back in commuting. That's gas, with the gas prices being so high, even though they're coming down. Another thing is a liability. You gotta go out to get lunch, or you got to pay to get lunch, or whatever it is. That's more money out of your pocket. Right. Okay. And then they only try to give you 30 minutes to maybe 45 minutes for lunch. That's another liability, time-wise. Okay. These are the things most people know about when they go get a job, because they're taught that you got to have a job to do this, that, and other. Well, they're trying to get y'all to understand the job is a liability. Okay. Your house is a liability for the simple fact is that because you're paying a mortgage, you're paying utilities, you're paying upkeep, all these things. Just had to pay this guy $30 to cut the grass about an hour ago. Are you getting the notion I'm getting at when I say liabilities, people? If you are getting the notion when I'm saying what's liabilities, either say something wherever you're watching, through Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you're watching, whatever. I like to see if you understand where I'm getting at. And if you don't, let me explain. In the simplest terms, anything, I'm talking about anything that comes out of your pocket that you pay, that comes out of your pocket each month, monthly in, out, in, is a liability. Okay? It's a liability. Liabilities take money out of your bank account, your pocket, and all that. Banks are liabilities to you because they make you pay a fee just to keep your money in the bank. Another reason why your job is a liability is because taxes. Remember, we talked about this last week. Everybody working to retire. Retirement is a liability. They're making you pay taxes on the taxes that you already paid for when you was working. That's a liability. Anything that comes out of your pocket is a liability. Now, there's ways to turn liabilities into assets. Now, what's an asset, you probably want to ask. Assets are things that kick back cash flow. I'm going to put it bluntly. Monthly, weekly cash flow, continuous cash flow. Okay? This is why the poor, middle class, working class struggle. When you get kicked off the clock when you leave, whenever that might be, 5, 6, 7, whatever, your income stops, people. Your income stops. That's what makes it a liability. When your income stops because it's based on your activity, being there, putting in the time, clocking in, clocking out, even when you go to lunch, that's a liability because it stops paying you. They don't pay you for lunch, but you got to clock out. Look at the little things make your life a liability versus an asset. An asset, with the rich use, they don't work for money. Okay, this is what you got to understand. If anything, if anything from us, you should get this tonight. What we're talking about, you learn to buy assets to pay for the liabilities you like a car, house. Too many of y'all are taught to get a job, another liability to pay for other liabilities. The risk is losing the liability that you think that you need to pay for the other liability. Because you don't control that liability because somebody else's does. It's somebody else's asset that's keeping you there, and you are the liability, which you are at risk of losing to pay for other liabilities. What you should be doing is looking for assets like businesses, investments. Like I sent you that thing earlier today. You asked if it was me. Without something I had known about, it's an asset, it's an investment. Stock type stuff is investment. Today, you don't have to put a whole lot of money into get into the investment game. I just bought some Apple and Amazon stock with that. Okay. Investments, assets, investment to the long run for cash flow. A job is not cash flow. A job is active income. Like I said earlier, it stops when you go home. Kent's not making any money from his job because he ain't on the clock.
Okay? That's right.
He only gonna start making money back on the clock tomorrow morning. So you guys gotta get that. You gotta get in the notion of all those little things. Why are you busting your ass over liabilities when you should be looking to build assets? Rich look at purchasing things that put money in a bank account, investments, property, all those type of things, not things that take it out. Now, you could turn now. What the thing is, you need to understand, people, is that there are some liabilities that you can turn into an asset.
True.
Like we've been showing about our home-based business. Since you're working it from home, that home that you are living at can be used as an asset from a liability because you work in a business from there. From the tax purposes as thing, you're making money from home. So it can be turned from a liability to an asset. See, these are the financial things that most people are not taught in school. College degrees are liability today to people. And depending on where you go to school, it's really a liability. With all the uproar now, GOP's trying to stop the payout forgiveness or whatever to people when they got payouts on their PPPs and tax breaks and shit, but they don't want nobody else to have nothing. Fuck them. Really. I hope someone are listening right the fuck now. Fuck you. Fuck you people that support that bullshit. Okay? Learn something. Everything you need to know about money is based off of assets and liabilities. And once you start getting that down, you'll start making better choices and stuff. Maybe that's what the Gen Z or whatever they're called are understanding. They understand that the job ain't an asset. They're not paying you shit.
No.
Still, minimum wage is at $7 an hour. When they're talking about $2,000 and $3,000 for rent somewhere. Minimum rent in the United States now is $1,400. People, no fuck you gonna pay rent on $7 an hour when rent's $1,400? They asked me that question. See, I think sometimes we're voting for the wrong things. You know, we talking about these midterm things. What are these people going to do about all this stuff? You know, just because they say, you better make sure that they're going to keep their promises. Just because they say they Democrat, Republican, ain't mean shit. Y'all better be people saying this is what we want from you guys if we vote you in the office. Are we voting you the fuck out? Or we gonna see a way to get you the fuck out? Mm-hmm. That's the way it needs to be taught. That's the way the people of this country need to legislate these politicians the way they talk to us a certain way. We talk to them. We want this motherfucker. Are you leaving? This is a game, people. Stop getting mad because there's people that learn how to play the game of economics. Ever play Monopoly? That's the game of life. Owning real estate, people land on it, they gotta pay you. But that's what the rich do. Okay? You buy into some of their property and stuff, they get paid. Commodities, all that kind of shit. When these people buy gas, no matter what the gas prices go down, Robert Kiyosaki says this, he gets a check every month. A lot of y'all want to say something about probably don't like Robert Kiyosaki. I remember this girl that used to be in this band. Doesn't know, a buddy was mine. Yim Bombay that plays in Columbia. She made a statement, texted me one time, saying, "Well, I saw your guy file for bankruptcy." I said, "Who's my guy?" You know that guy, Robert Kiyosaki? And I looked that up and I said, okay, this is another thing a lot of you working class don't understand. Trump, your boy Trump, bankrupt 50 billion times. But it ain't, there's a difference between personal bankruptcy and business bankruptcy. Understand the two differences. Business bankruptcy does not affect your credit whatsoever. Personal ones do. Blame Woodrow Wilson and them cronies for selling out the country to the central banking systems and the Rothschild families that control them. Yeah, I said it. I've been saying it forever. System for you to follow, so you are a slave. You are a slave when you work for a job. You are a slave on a plantation that is not an asset, is a fucking liability. Once you understand that shit, you'll make better choices. What? I looked at here on Smart News. It said Marjorie Taylor Greene suspected to have auditioned for American Idol. For what? Where that bitch need to be on American Idol? There's people that have a talent. Talent she got for bullshit.
Right. Or maybe she's trying to put in. Maybe she's trying to put in some other loans so she can be forgiven for it, because she was one of those. She was one of those that were saying the loans were unfair, and then the White House office came back. Well, you've had like forgiven.
Yeah, she's got forgiven for $168,000 PPP loan. So fuck her.
Okay. Well, all right.
Really.
Yep. I was wrong on the figure,
More
but
y'all need to learn to cuss and tell them off. It's $168,000 PPP loan, and she got all that forgiven, and she won't talk about fuck all you GOPers that talk that shit. Y'all can kiss my ass. Really. If y'all watching right now, y'all can kiss my ass on that shit. I don't give a shit that you paid off your loans. So what? Good. That ain't that. What they got to do with everybody else? Just because you did, everybody else ain't in a position to do that. Wasn't in a position to do that. What they got the fuck to do with what's going on? Stop trying to put everybody, lump them in one thing, saying just because you did it don't mean you did. Everybody else got it. Okay. See, everybody want to play that role. Well, cause I do it. Well, don't make no difference. We don't care what you did. I don't give a fuck what you did. Okay? Y'all talking about, everybody want to talk about how fair this country is. Bullshit. Fair is that they don't expose people to the right information to make the right decisions to do shit, because y'all been fucking the whole American people for the last 100 and something years with this bullshit about jail and the educational system that ain't shit. Yes, I'm saying it straight up, being fucking honest about it. Y'all need to hear it. You're gonna spend 40 fucking years working for somebody else to get fucked up the ass. No. Y'all, you gotta be a special kind of stupid to do that. I ain't doing that. Retirement ain't nothing but a tax burden. Twice, like I said, twice. So, really, I don't need to hear all that shit. We're telling the truth about why you people, a lot of y'all suffer financially. It's because of how you think about money and what you spend your money on. As majority, you spend your money on liabilities, not understanding that they're a liability. It's not telling you. See, when you first hear people say that a house is not a liability, not asset, the first shit they want to come out of their mouth is, you got to have a house or somewhere to live. That shows your ignorance in what I'm saying. Ain't nobody telling you that not to buy a house. What they're trying to get you to understand is that you need to understand that it's not an asset. Just because we say it's not an asset, that you shouldn't buy a house. See, y'all, everybody wants to trade off and turn things around because they don't like what you say and what they're hearing. Use that term and say, well, you trying to tell us. I said, where did I say don't buy a house? I said it's not an asset. Okay? But uneducated will take that as don't buy a house, even though I didn't say that.
Right.
Just like I'll say a car is not an asset. They don't understand the ignorance about how money runs and works and what the wealthy do. I don't understand why, you always talking about, it's like a network market problem. Follow the upline. Upline don't know shit neither. Why would I follow somebody that don't know shit? All they know how to do is follow somebody else that don't know shit. Most people in network marketing don't know shit. They don't know shit. That's why they fail. There is no longevity, so-called, especially now in the industry, because of what's happened. Okay, the changes that are going on in technology in it. But there's still some people still follow these liability moving folks and thinking that's the way they're going to build a business. And see, the people this is why the people that have made it from 30 or 40 years ago and still running that bullshit and taking people's money, I ain't got no respect for them. You always talking about helping your fellow networkers, and then you doing fucked up shit like that. I got no respect for you whatsoever. in business or otherwise, personally. And don't come to me with that spiritual bullshit, because I'll tell you where to go to hell with that shit too. But we gotta really call out the bullshit that's out here, because if you don't, it's gonna continuously to flow, and you're gonna start educating the people in the industries wanting to get out of certain things with the bullshit. It's like they're talking about this quietly quitting thing. They ain't quietly quitting. They just tell they buy. When somebody quit, they gotta tell you they quitting. They just ain't show up no more.
Right.
Why should they tell you? You don't tell them when you're gonna get fired. You're just fired. They come in there, commute all that way, some man 45 hours. They get there, maybe there 20 minutes, a half an hour. They call you in the office, tell them, well, we're letting you go. You didn't tell them before they go that before they came in, they was getting fired. Why the fuck would they call you to tell you I'm quitting? Tit for tat.
Right. Right.
Shit. Really. So, you gonna play their game, they're gonna play it back on you. That's what people need to be vetting and talking like in today's market. Stop with all the nicey shit. Just like we're talking about the Democrats Biden needed to get up off their ass and tell the GOP to go fuck themselves. Basically, that's what he did. Okay? That's what he did. He told the GOP, the Senate, all them cock-dig motherfuckers to go fuck themselves. Because we're not playing that game with you. I'd have told them, if you don't like retire, go home. Get out the fucking Senate. We don't need your dumb ass no way. In fact, y'all been in too long. Y'all 80, 75. Y'all need to take your ass home anyway. Retire. Some of y'all ain't bringing nothing to the table. Fuck it. Shit. Y'all just sitting there collecting a paycheck, ain't doing shit. And that really needs to stop also. That's another thing that's not an asset. Is all them senators and House representatives that are sitting there not doing shit. They off every 2 weeks. What kind of fucking job is that? Off every 2 years, weeks. What's the minimum that a government person like a senator? I know it's over 100,000 minimum.
Yep.
So, but you want to tell people they can't do this, they can't make this kind of money. Well, put it this way. You can't build enough jails and everybody ain't gonna go to jail. Everybody ain't gonna do the right thing. The more you keep fucking up people, the more you're gonna have problems. Just like I just saw, you got all this violence going on in the world, is because of you got a lot of people getting fucked over, but people are not understanding. They buy so many liabilities, they don't know what they're doing. That's why I try to get people to understand all these things are interconnected. It creates a chain reaction to the attitudes about stuff. Like there was a mass knifing in Canada today. I don't know if you saw that.
Hadn't heard. No, I hadn't heard. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had an asshole president that had the most fucked up response to a health situation that anybody had. That's why we got the problem. Yeah, I don't care if any of you Trumpers are watching. That nigga is responsible for the deaths of a million people. Fuck him.
Right. Yep.
You heard me. And when I use the N word, it ain't referring to no ethnic group. All people who are like that. They niggas. Okay? So y'all get pissed off Facebook all the fuck. So you might as well get used to me saying some of this shit that I'm saying, because I'm not going to change my language to be whatever compliant to any damn thing. And this is the problem. You're talking about free speech, but yet you don't want nobody saying shit. And y'all let all these hoochie mamas come on shaking that ass, almost smell that ass through the damn phone. I'm sick of all these I'm sick of all these fat witches on my Facebook page shaking that stank ass. I'm sick of it. Really. I don't want to see no big, sloppy, bow rut, chili cheese, stank ass on my damn Facebook page. If you're going to be a woman, huh?
Did you say, what was that, bow rut?
Did I say what?
Did you say bow rut?
I said chili cheese, something, I don't know. Big boofer butt. I had to block, delete a bunch of that shit on my damn page. But yet they want to get mad because somebody says the N word or something like that. But you want to show all that stank ass on my damn feed. I don't want to see this shit. They done brought the hookers onto the social media. The hookers are leaving the street and going on social media. And they showing stank ass on it. I'm tired of that. Facebook, stop showing that shit on my feed. Tired of it. I ain't interested. That's why I had to tell Drew that trying. Stop sending me all these roast stank ass, jelly roll butt, funky stank. Yeah, I don't like women like that. I ain't a big tit ass that can't get through the Holland Tunnel. Really?
Stop.
And everybody thinks those are assets. Everybody thinks those are assets. They ain't nothing but just ass. It's just ass. Ain't no asset to it. Just ass.
And they can be some of the biggest liabilities. If you don't handle yourself right, they can be some of the biggest liabilities.
And everybody don't want to body shame. They need it. We need to bring back body shaming. They quit showing that shit. There's some things that need to be brought back because people don't, everybody don't want to see that. Y'all need to start a page called Fat Ass Page. Fat Ass Women Page. Y'all want that shit? Go to Fat Ass Stank Ass Page. Don't bring that on the regular news feed on Facebook. I'm sick of that.
Bruh,
I don't like chitlins, and I sure don't see nothing in a negligee or nothing.
Bruh,
I don't like Jello or pudding, so I don't none of this. Huh?
You got to make sure when we go on hiatus, you got to include this in the best stuff.
Yeah. I'm just tired of all that mess. Because it's just too much. But what I'm saying to you is, everybody got to get educated. I know some of y'all like all that jelly roll shit, but don't be showing it to me. And if you don't, and I like this, some of y'all don't like what I'm talking about money, but y'all want to make it, but y'all bitch about your boss all the damn time. Exactly. I keep telling y'all don't like our channel, get the fuck off. Okay? Y'all like
that's all you got to do.
Channel. This is not for everybody.
Change it.
Change the channel. This is what I do. When I don't like to see this on my Facebook, I click off.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm tired of seeing
when I see some kind of idiotic right-wing post about Obama or how great Trump is, guess what I'm doing? Click it, and it's gone.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
I'm not going to make no big speech about it, but it won't be on my feed anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I click off too. But sometimes when I see it too many times, I gotta say something. Who the fuck?
Yeah.
Like there was somebody's I'm buying I said, are you serious? They were sending this. Yeah, I just saw this one big fat chick in her truck. All she had on was like a big fat damn it.
Okay.
Get out of her truck. All she had was this top on and showing the crack of her ass. I like, really?
No.
Do I need to see?
No. No.
I said, do I really need to see this? And there's more and more of that shit. And you see some of that shit on TikTok that, they're saying that the legislation or some people in America trying to get rid of TikTok because I guess it comes out of China or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want people to make money online. They want look. And look, if y'all think we're gonna go back to slave or civil war, y'all fucking forget. There ain't no fucking way. I ain't being nobody's slave. Fuck y'all.
Nope. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. No. This is our moment. This is our moment. Our ancestors lived through a lot of things to get us to this point. We will not disappoint them.
Even if it wasn't our moment, I wasn't gonna be nobody's fucking slave. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. Really. So I don't care fuck who's watching. But like I said, with all that being said, you got to. All this is a mental thing, a mental game. You want to be free financially, understand the asset liability game. There's so many more stuff about assets and liabilities. I tell people, read Cash Flow Quadrant, read Unfair Advantage. I put all that stuff on there on my Facebook page. Links to my Amazon link. Y'all got to stop bitching about. You got to stop waiting for the government to do any. Government runs slower than molasses in January. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If they even move at all. I ain't waiting for them niggas for nothing. Fuck them. On both sides. This ain't, like I said, this ain't a Democrat Republican thing. There's people fucking up thing. And don't give a shit thing. And I'm not trying to hear any political correctness or all that shit. I don't give a fuck about neither one of them. And I'm not going to try to be. So, if that and all offends some of y'all, it just do. This whole show is about exposing the bullshit, telling the truth as I see it. It may not be your truth, but I'm telling it from my perspective. And that's all that I need to do. I ain't got to tell it from your perspective because I don't know. But if you agree with anything I'm saying, then we got an agreement. If you don't, change the channel. See, too many of y'all want to be on social media. Y'all want to be loved. Y'all want to be liked. Y'all want to be vilified. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Tell you the truth. You either agree or you don't. It's that clear cut, black and white. I'm not trying to get on TV. I'm not trying to get on all these night show things. I'm not trying to be a YouTube influencer. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. What I do care about is educating people about what's the truth and what's going on. All that mundane bullshit, all you youngs trying to be influencer, coach, all that shit. I hate all them fucking labels. Okay? I don't want none of them. Don't need them. That's the problem with this country to be labeled something to be identified. Y'all already probably identified me with a whole lot of explicitive names, but that's cool. That's okay, because I don't care. Okay, I made a promise to myself when I started this shit. I was gonna be real, not to satisfy anybody's ears or anything. If it offended some people, that's good. If you ain't offending us, if you ain't getting some kind of people that don't like what you say, you ain't doing your. Now,
Right.
if you're not following me online, you can follow me for more exclusive at the lower thirds at GregorySmith.online newsletter. Okay, that's where I'm at. That's my newsletter list. Also, tell you to register for our show. You get my free download, 5 Keys to Success in Today's Market. Wrote this back in 2016. It's probably not it's not a bestseller, but I ain't write it to be a bestseller. See, I don't write stuff to be a bestseller. I write stuff to be truthful. Too many y'all want the accolades. Fuck all this shit. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to be on. I'm trying to think of all them. I'm gonna say Johnny Carson. What's the thing? Late night shows now.
I think what Fallon,
Can't think of their name.
Jimmy Kimmel,
Fallon, all them. Yeah, Kimball. Well, Kimball been off all summer. I don't know what the hell he doing. Well, that's what you get to do when you're on a show, making all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Maher was off live this week, but he did a rerun of last week's show. See, we could do the same thing.
Right.
We got the software to do the same thing. If I decide I'm taking a break, I'll rerun this show next week. I can do that shit. That's an asset, people. That's an asset. Assets, and when you're doing marketing, the biggest asset that you can do, and I tried to tell Kent, you can't hide behind your camera. You got to put yourself out there. I don't give a fuck about what your boss thinks. You got to put yourself out there. If you want people to follow you, to build your audience, you got to put your face in front of social media. I always put even on my blog, you'll see my face on there through the video. Okay? I put a video. Video is 90% of my marketing strategy. Okay? I don't care what it is. If it's a written word, there's a video behind it. If you follow me on any way, you could continue. 90% of my stuff is video. Because you can hear me, you can see me, then you can make judgments, whatever you like it or not. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just trying to tell you, if you want to build an audience, to build an online business, 98.9% of your content has got to be video. If you're not willing to do that, don't do it. Don't even do this shit. Because you cannot hide behind your damn camera and expect people to, as they say, know, like, and trust you, as they like to say that
trust
damn
you.
thing.
Yep.
They may not know, like, and trust you when you put yourself in front of the camera. But that's all right. I don't need everybody to know, like, and trust me. We only need the ones that get us. Hey, what's well, I'll ask you about that when we get off here. About next week.
Yeah. It's just a short answer on that. We'll discuss it more, but it's a go. It's a go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What time is it anyway? We about done.
Oh my goodness, dang. Damn, that hour went fast. Just about. It's what 8. Oh, it's
Oh,
8:33. We still got
8:33.
a few more minutes.
15 minutes or more. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we changing the times because we're now in the 7 o'clock hour, people of Sunset Sunday. Sunset Sunday's conception, people. I've said this before. Is based off the sun, how it sets. That's something I conceived back in 2016, and all I started it was with an iPhone. This whole thing started with a mobile phone. I would sit out my backyard, been grilling and just talking. That's what conceived Sunset Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
When the COVID hit is when I brought it to a platform like this. There was actually 3 of us, but you know how people do. So this ended up being me and Kent,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been doing this way
Yeah.
for the last going 3 years now. Okay, so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we got technology out here that allows you to have your own show. See, I started out with another guy doing podcasts. It was before podcasts were really famous, and podcasts back then, 2012 or more audio type thing. A podcast right now can be a video on a podcast platform. It could be audio or video or just audio. So that just shows you how all this stuff. And talking about that, we do. If you're not here to, we do have a podcast. If I can find it, under the same name. Oh, here it is. Right there. That's where our podcast link is. If you don't catch this or you want to catch it again, repeats on. I usually have this up on Mondays in the afternoon sometime. The replay of the podcast, of this show podcast, right there at that link. You could register for that and get alerts when that podcast is up. Okay? Or this show, I should say. So, yes, you can catch us on there. If you don't catch this or want to catch it some or want to see it again or share it with your team, you can catch it on the podcast there, people.
Yes, sir.
We also are part of a group. If you want to learn marketing and coaching, I suggest you try the MLSP link right there. Success 2013 MLSP 4/10. This gives you for $1 30 days of coaching on what we know and how we doing things. This is where we learn. This is exactly where we train. We're still training there. Always got to be training, people. Always got to be training.
Yeah.
Always got to be learning. Last week, Wednesday show, which is on Wednesday. Where I go get that. Right here. You can register for at Gregory Smith Solutions.online. The Wednesday show on with the training that we had. They had a real estate was on there, and she was teaching people how to use funnels. So funnels is going to be a big thing. If you really don't know how to put your business together, I suggest you come to these trainings on Wednesday night. And if anybody where's the one? If you follow Kent, Trying to find his link is on here.
Excuse me.
Still got a head cold, man.
No, that was just something went down. Something went down the wrong way.
Here's another link that I use too. You can, I'll use that link also. Success Winning. You can get on that one also. Depends on which one I use at the time. Try to find. Oh, here it is. If any of y'all follow Kent, that's Kent, my business partner Kent, just right to my right. That's his link. If anybody follows him, go register also. Okay. So that's what we do, people. This is where we learn. This is how we talk to, and we put it in our own words about what's going on in business, what's going on in life. You got to have some skill sets. All we can do is direct you to we are doing, what we know, how we know this, because we're training all the time. Okay? Always training. Those training sessions are every week, but they got a lot more. I'm not going to go into that. Once you get into the system, you'll get more access to trainings that are every day through this system. But you got to get into the system. You got to getting into the game is the only way you can learn what we know and continue to learn. Then you can put up your own show and train other people to do what we do. Okay? Right. It's all about putting in your own words, not about copying everybody, mocking everybody. That don't get you no good. This is why we use what we call the attraction marketing concept. And attraction marketing concept is going to be based off of who you are, not who your mentor is or who your upline is. They might give a shit about them. They're not you. You're a unique person that you need to learn to be comfortable and attracting certain people to be being yourself. That's it. And once you start getting that down, you can talk all this shit about what you know to people, how you want to talk. Be comfortable doing it. Ain't about all this other mess. Too many people get on here, want everybody like them and shit. So, but like I said, that's all I really got to say when I talk about assets and liabilities. Like I said, you can re-see this show on the podcast, and you got anything else to say, Kent?
Well, hey, we appreciate y'all popping on during this Labor Day weekend. I know most folks have that day off tomorrow. I am one of those who are fortunate to have the day off. But with that being said, as Greg alluded to earlier, my job is not it's not an asset. And I know, as he'll point out, if something happens to me, if I am not in the great beyond, or if I'm disabled, even even working from home, they're gonna find my replacement within a matter of most likely 48 hours after they know I won't be coming back to that position. Let alone if I do pass away. I can't will my job to my daughters or stepsons. Not that they would want it, but I can't will my job to my kids. Just like those who are working, you can't will your job to your children if they would even want it. So we just encourage y'all for folks to to find another way to generate income. What we're suggesting is legal. It's more and it's moral. It's ethical. So, hey, what's holding you back from checking it out? Invest in yourself.
Because people look.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah. You know, you're gonna understand the biggest stresses that most people have is the job. Because 98% of people don't like where they work, they don't like their boss, they don't like their environment, they don't even like their co-workers. So why you keep going to something that's stressing you out, making you sick, and a lot of y'all dropping dead at the desk or up because of a heart attack or whatever. And like you said, they will replace you in your job before your obituary is something not me saying. That was a quote from Les Brown. So you guys got to stop. And I'm gonna say it, Black women, especially Black and Latinas, stop stressing people about the job. Y'all are the ones that got in these jobs and stressing like a fucking slave, overweight, high blood pressure, like men did. Job ain't worth it. No job. I don't give a shit where you work at. I don't give a fuck if you vice president of whatever. If it always stresses you out, and nobody look, I'm gonna be real candid. Bullshit about you, like nobody likes their job that much. Even the job that you're tired of. Okay? You can't just walk away from it. I don't want to do this for a while. Now, I can stop doing this for a whole 3 months and it's not going to affect me income wise or whatever. I can come back to it because I got so many of these things out running now. Video. I got stuff that's going from 3 years ago. People hit me up on. Okay. That's the power of video marketing, is because it runs forever. Unless the internet shuts the fuck down, the world blows up or whatever, video runs forever. Okay? That's the asset that you need to be creating. I don't care what you do. You got to put your face out there. Without them hearing and seeing you, it is hard to build any type of audience. I got audiences all. Don't get caught up in just your Facebook audience. I got different audience. I got more on Twitter. I got over 1,000 so people on Twitter than I got on other things, or even on there. One platform don't make your audience. It's the combination of the audience that you got. Plus, I got a blog. That's part of the audience I have. Too many of y'all get caught up on one platform. Well, I only got so and so. And the leadership out here keeps talking that way too. They get on my nerves with this shit. I got some time to call that out. Ain't just about one platform. Your audience is everywhere. Don't get caught up in one platform. Because if that platform gets shut down and get put in Facebook jail, whatever, you got this other audience to go to.
Yeah.
And that's why we stress two things you need to be doing for an audience. You need to build your list. You need to have an autoresponder to build your list. And I'm going to show you, where's that? I have a link. This is where you can go set up an autoresponder for free. Okay? They got trainings on that. If you want trainings on that, I can link you up to some trainings on that. But Aweber is one of the premier things that marketers are using now. You can go to GregorySmith.online, aweber.com, and get you sign up through my link and get you a free up to 500 subscribers free. Okay? So you can go there. With that being said, people, I'm glad you're here. Yes, this is Labor Day. We're ending. It's going to be the unofficial end of summer. Yeah. Unofficial end of summer. Yeah. Going into fall. Yeah. It looked like fall today. People, we're here right now, 7:45. Ooh, 7:45. I have to discuss that. 7:45 on Sundays. We might be off next week because of something else we're gonna be doing, but I may repeat this show. I'll let you know this week. We're dead. My name is Greg Smith. Usually we're, like I said, 7:45 until we start getting into like the 6 o'clock hours. So it's gonna be probably about 7 o'clock. Oh, people, have a great rest of your week. Hope something. And we'll see you next time. Take care.
All right.
Wow, that was it.